a scientist. He's an expert in biology. When he learned the Quran talk about human development in the mother's womb, how human was being developed, to become a baby. Right. So, like for example, you see.
Read in the name of your Lord, who has created all that exists. Has created man from a clot, a piece of thick coagulated blood. Read, and your Lord is the most generous.
Okay, alright.
So, from the blood cloth.
Yeah, I mean this is just one of the verse. Actually, there's more verse. God say that in the Quran. This is 23, verse 12, until 14. Okay. So what does he say?
And indeed, we created man, Adam, out of an extract of clay, water, and earth. Thereafter, we made him, the offspring of Adam, as a nutfa, mixed drops of the male and female sexual discharge, and lodged it in a safe lodging womb of the woman. Then we made the nutfa into a cloth, a piece of thick coagulated blood. Then we made the cloth into a little lump of flesh. Then we made out of that little lump of flesh bones. Then we clothed the bones with flesh, and then we brought it forth as another creation. So, blessed be Allah, the best of creators.
Yeah. So this is the process. Imagine a guy from a desert who doesn't have any technology, who doesn't even know about biology, doesn't have any knowledge about science. But how come he knows the process of human development in a mother's womb?
Of course, yeah.
In which this knowledge only be discovered less than 200 years ago with our advanced technology. You imagine with our advanced technology, then we know what happened in mother's womb. And it happened exactly what has been described in the Quran. So how this guy who doesn't know how to read and write, he have this information.
Yeah.
So that is why we say that the Quran is a word from God. It's a reminder for us.
In the 1940s, Professor Streeter of the Carnegie Institute of Embryology in Washington, D.C. proposed a system for classifying the stages of human development. His system arranged human embryos in 23 numbered stages based on their differences in appearance. The Carnegie system of classification was used around the world until the 1970s, when a more refined system was proposed by Dr. Ronan O'Reilly of the Carnegie Institute of Embryology, now in San Diego, California. Intensive studies of the Quran and Hadith in the last 4 years have revealed a system for classifying human embryos that is amazing, since it was recorded in the 7th century AD. Although Aristotle, the founder of the science of embryology, realized that chick embryos developed in stages from his studies of hen's eggs in the 4th century BC, he did not give any details about these stages. As far as it is known from the history of embryology, little was known about the staging and classification of human embryos until the 20th century. For this reason, the descriptions of the human embryo in the Quran cannot be based on scientific knowledge in the 7th century. The only reasonable conclusion is that these descriptions were revealed to Muhammad from God. He could not have known such details because he was an illiterate man with absolutely no scientific training.